And you got the guys in the corner. Like everything feels very similar, but the magnitude of it is just so much bigger, and it weighs on you a little bit more. So it's just kind of even for me, I'm very comfortable in big occasions. But for me, I had to really dig deep and say, okay, now I need to kind of step up what I'm doing just to be more comfortable under the UFC lights. Very simply, he called out a friend of mine, Izzy, claiming to be the best striker, and I was like, I'll happily prove you wrong before you even get a chance to fight my boy. So that's it. Well, I always say this: I'm a fan as much as I am a fighter in it, and you know, every fan can look at this fight and they'll feel exactly the same way that I'm feeling, and it is pure excitement. It's like, well, when these two exceptional strikers come together, what's going to happen? And it is just that. Like, for me, I'm seeing it from a slightly different angle of like, not just what's going to happen, how am I going to overcome this? And just that challenge, you know, it boils a certain fire of excitement inside me to want to, you know, obviously just train hard to get to this point, and then just make it happen. You're going to see two big egos that collide. It's like two rams, you know, just non-stop kind of going back and forth until somebody's ego subsides, and then you might see them go to different, you know, plan B, plan C, and try and work a different way. But we're both exceptionally confident and in our styles, and that is what we're going to be putting forward first. The thing is, for me, I feel like I've been working on other aspects of my game. I'm also confident that I can beat him in other areas. So for me, I feel like there's a bit of an ego, a bit too much of an ego for him to want to go elsewhere. So even when he's stuck, if we're striking and I'm beating him and he's stuck, he'll probably continue staying in that space, which is fine for me. Whereas for me, I feel I can take him down, I can work him on the ground, I can stand him back up, I can mix and match the game, whereas he'll just want to be in one area. The reason why this one was more of a good opportunity to try and take this fight was he's not necessarily a big middleweight and I'm a big welterweight. So therefore, we're probably not that far different in size, which means it just means relieving stress. I don't have to do a massive weight cut. Trying to find and train through Christmas, New Year's is very difficult. To be fair, I'm not doing it to try and get any bonus points. I just feel like it's a great fight for the UFC. If in turn it does give me some kind of wiggle room to maybe, because obviously I come off a loss technically, give me some wiggle room to still fight that top 5, you know, top 10 competitor, then that's great. But I'm just doing it because I want to, you know, prove something, challenge in a different space, and then continue back on my path to the gold in the welterweight division. I'm always going to be for entertaining fights. So while on track to, you know, pursuing my main goal, if there are detours of entertaining fights, I will 100% take that. So yeah, literally wherever the fight leads me, if it's entertaining enough, it's big enough, it's good for myself, good for the UFC, good for the fans, I'll do it. Again, the exciting part of the welterweight division at the moment is it seems like nobody's really got their grasp on the welterweight belt at the moment. People that are normally the ones that are always winning are not necessarily winning at the moment, you know? So there's a lot of moving parts. All the high ranks are dropping at the moment, which means there's movement, there's space for me to wiggle my way through.